Welcome to another edition of cioacademyasia's #Unplugged. I'm David Chin, and I will be the moderator for this session. In this edition, we are joined by 5 esteemed technology leaders from the financial services sector in Indonesia. Our panel of practitioners will share their key priorities, challenges, and leadership approaches to re-strategizing cyber risk management for the financial sector in Indonesia. As the country navigates tough lockdowns amidst the global pandemic, I hope you take away useful insights as I have from this exchange with our exclusive panel. The topic for today is re-strategizing cyber risk management for financial services in Indonesia amidst a global pandemic. Now, I'm sure the pandemic has really caused a lot of disruptions for the business. Maybe you want to share with us how the business has shifted and how these changes in the business priorities has affected your technology organization.
During this pandemic, we see a lot of increase in this transaction on the e-channel. For the first time, the amount dollars, is higher on the e-channel compared to the on the branch. The second thing, I think, bank makes money from the interest rate, right? NIM, net interest margin, right?
Interest margin,
You
yes.
see the interest rate is going down. I think we can foresee for the next couple of months, it's going to go down. At the same time, also we see the record highest of the third-party fund coming into the bank. Even higher compared to like 2 years ago. There's something called the tax amnesty, right? Everybody tried to bring in money back to Indonesia, but now the money coming in is even higher compared to the tax amnesty time. But the problem is, what are we gonna do with the money? We cannot do much, right? People buying vehicle, for example, is dropped like 90%, right? The same thing. I think we see the similar trend with our loan. So they're shifting in the in the transaction, and what we see is the e-commerce transaction going up, the API usage also going up.
Thanks, Pak Thomas. I'm going to take a pause from you for a while. I'll quickly jump to Pak Norman. Same question to you. With the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, people having to transact from home, the retail experiences have been affected. How has this affected your business, and what does this mean for your technology organization?
What's been happening with COVID is actually an acceleration towards digital transformation in the society, in the individual, in the consumer space, as well as in the business. The strategy that we are doing right now is to integrate with more and more online merchants so that we can serve consumers, the individuals at home. And we also try to help the offline merchants to be able to stay operating because maybe they don't have the necessary technology to do integration. Due to the pandemic, there is an increase that we see in the health and life insurance, and we work together with some insurance companies to provide their services through our platform so that people can buy micro insurance through the app.
Thank you, Pak Norman. Maybe some of you here also have field agents. You have to support, right, RMs on the ground who need to connect back to the enterprise corporate system. Has there been big adoption of cloud capabilities to help connect your employees and support their remote working needs this way? Pak Sigit, go ahead.
Yeah, for the first time that our RM is equipped with PC and then the small technologies that we call VPN. But after that, we built like our cloud system, our private cloud. As you know that the BNA is not already subscribed with one of other cloud, but we set up our cloud system itself, our private cloud, and then slowly but sure that everything that gonna be online is port on that cloud. Lucky us with this private cloud is already built 2 years back. Okay.
Fantastic. Pak Antonius, do you relate to some of the things that Pak Sigit mentioned, right? I guess, to support your remote workers too?
Even before we got hit by COVID-19, my organization has already equipped our field agents with what we call an apps called EPOS. Is electronic point of sales, and this is the application for client acquisition. And once they become client, the client can also interact with us through what we call iCare. This is the sort of like client servicing sort of like apps.
Thanks, Pak. And we see very clearly two sides, right? One is to use the technology capabilities, cloud or not, to support your remote workers, support your employees, give them the right apps. The other side is to also build digital alternative and digital product, like some of you mentioned, for your customers. But Antonius, besides the technology hat that you wear, you also wear the financial leadership hat. What is your mental model when it comes to making the financial investments in the cyber security toolkits and capabilities to protect your organization?
The focus should be on the effectiveness. When we invest on things, I don't mind to invest on certain things that will bring this organization to the next level. Simply because I think there will be a more cost saving on the long run. This one.
I understand, Pak. So Darius, you've heard the inputs from Pak Thomas, you've heard from Pak Antonius about making the investments in the security toolkits. It's not just about buying every other tool out there to cover your bases. How do you maximize your cybersecurity investments and make it effective for the organization?
You cannot eliminate all the risks, but according to the budget and awareness of the business and importance of cybersecurity technologies and practices, you align and you set the right expectation with stakeholders around the risks that you can eliminate or mitigate using the money they make available to you.
Thanks, Darius. I just want to quickly jump to Pak Hadi and Pak Norman. You wear the innovation hat, you also wear the security hat, right? How do you maintain that balance to make sure that you innovate but still deliver your solutions in a secure way within the budget constraint?
Tough question, David. Well, the tactic that we are using right now is to build the incubator. Any idea, new idea, we try in incubator. In exchange, we operate the market, cross-border market. We have a dedicated team to do research, to do the incubation of new opportunity, just because of the pressure of business. If we use the old paradigm, maybe our P&L will be something different, right? We go to bankrupt kind of that. So it's kind of nature of business in the capital market.
Yeah, so the key idea I got out of you, Pak Hadi, is sandboxing. Incubate, sandbox, and isolate your playground, right? So that it doesn't affect the core engine. But Norman, similar thoughts, or you have something different to offer? Yeah?
Okay, thank you, David. So the way we see innovation is things that 10x any metrics that we have, that can be 10x the capabilities or awesome benefits that we can deliver to our customers, or 10x our productivity, efficiency, effectiveness internally when we do stuff. So that is innovation. So it's supposed to be solve a problem and 10x that. If it's not 10x, then it's not innovation, it's just an improvement. Let's say it's just an x plus 1.
Thank you, Pak Norman. So I want Darius to respond to this. Darius, part of being proactive on top of managing the threat data is also to bake in security into the applications that are being developed, right? What are your thoughts on that, right? How can organizations be more secure with the new digital applications that they are developing and delivering?
You heard about move to the shifted left as a phrase, which talks about let's bring all those discussions much early in the piece. So you design an infrastructure, an application or next generation capability with consultation with the security. My last comment is when you build a solution and you're trying to secure it, but you haven't consulted the business, you don't get the right outcome. So business need to be consulted around implication or needs of the security for that solution, that legislations and policies and all the controls that come from central agencies that we have to keep is understood by business, and it helps the security practitioners to get additional funding when they engage the business and educate the business that this thing has to be secure. We got certification to complete. We got legislative mandates to uphold, hence requires additional funding.
Thanks, Dariush. So we are coming very close to the end, right? My last question for everybody. Security management is a journey. You can never completely shield yourself from the evolving threat landscape out there. So the question is this: if there's one thing that's most important to you to improve in your cyber security strategy today, what would that be?
So the security investment is not like a business investment. This is something that they don't understand enough about this, because we need more campaign awareness and education. So I think that's the priority in my side.
So I put much effort now in the DevSecOps area, because during the baking of the system development, before it actually deployed in productions, I want to ensure security is not an afterthought. It's security by design. So it needs to be enforced, because the issue is easier to be addressed here rather than later once it is in production.
The security literacy, because as you know that our bank came from the traditional bank, and then if they move to digital, and then so a lot of breach that came from the literacy also. And then the second one, I think that in the system area, I believe that the predictions of the attacker that like Darius mentions, I believe that is important thing in the future, because we can predict, or we can find a pattern what attacker that will be in the next future in terms of there is engineer attack that happen in this area.
Thank you, Pastor Gate. Darius, you want to share some very quick closing remarks before we end this interview?
My parting comment would be, innovation plays a key role in safeguarding against future attacks. We can't afford to be complacent. The bad guys are innovating at speed of lightning speed. We need to innovate faster.
Thank you, Darius. So with this, I want to close our session, right, with 4 key takeaways that came from none other than all of you. You must create first awareness. You must bridge with your employees, bridge with your customers, bridge with your regulator. You must protect your crown jewels, C, your crown jewels. And lastly, D, your security must be baked in by design. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Terima kasih semuanya, Pak.
I hope you enjoyed the session as much as I did. It was a rare opportunity for me to don my Indonesian batik shirt. Do check out our other #Unplugged interviews at our YouTube channel and catch us on Facebook and LinkedIn. See you there.